Hey guys, it's Christina. So this is future Christina before all of the rest of this video that's about to transpire. I realized when I started to put this video together, my intro wasn't exactly very clear, so I wanted to redo this. But obviously there's going to be different outfits and everything else in this vlog. So, I decided that I was going to do like a week in the life type video. I thought it would be fun to kind of like show you the different things that I do and then, talk about the books as I'm reading along with them. And I really like watching these types of videos on BookTube, so I thought, hey, it might be fun to do something like this. So, but yeah, stick around and you'll see more. All right, see ya. Hey guys, it's me. I didn't get to update last night just because of the fact that I literally fell asleep on my book. So that was great. I had to like kind of rewind a little bit because obviously I was reading along with the audiobook and everything, but I'm like going out to run errands right now, and I'm on my lunch hour, so I need to get it all done within like an hour, so that's fun. I mean, Ninth House, like, dude, Leigh Bardugo like does an amazing job with like setting like a scene, if you will, because holy crap, like that first chapter alone, I'm like, dude, why the heck is there some dude just like open on a table? I'm not gonna give too much away, but I was just like, like, what the heck is going on? So I don't know, like, I personally am enjoying the book so far. I'm gonna be honest, like, it is a little I'm like a little weirded out by it, like the vibe that I'm getting from like the secret societies and things like that. So I don't know, I've never really like thought that there was such a thing. So but apparently this, like, after researching a little bit, there totally is, and it's just really interesting. I'm not that far into the book yet. I'm planning on reading quite a bit more this evening, hopefully. I didn't really believe a lot of people, like, when they were talking about this book, on how, like, you know, like some some of the scenes like are actually messed up and everything, but it's a very interesting twist, and I personally am enjoying it. I've never read anything from Leigh Bardugo, so I do have intentions to start the Shadow and Bone series, but I'm gonna be honest, like, I want to get through Ninth House first before I even start the Shadow and Bone series, because I have a feeling I'm just going to get hooked and I'm not gonna put it down, and then I'm not gonna finish Ninth House. So I definitely want to make sure that I am getting these books done as I'm reading them, and I'm not skipping around. Unfortunately, I did that with the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. I stopped at chapter 5 and I haven't really picked it up, so I'm like, kind of kicking myself a little bit about that, but I do plan on getting back to that book as well. Some of these books are very lengthy. I tend to gravitate towards like shorter books, just because my attention span doesn't really last too long with really thick 800 plus page books. This is like a new adventure for me to like get these thicker books. I personally am glad that I found these books on BookTube, because I've never even heard of half of these authors, and just basically reading the synopsis and like getting to know like the author itself really helped like make that decision to just pick it up. And I don't really buy a bunch of books. I probably will not have too many like hauls and unhauls on my channel, just because of the fact that I just really don't have the money to go around to just buy like 100+ books in 1 year. So I probably will be gravitating more towards like the library or the Libby app, like I mentioned in previous videos and everything. So new to my channel, which I wouldn't be surprised, because I am very, very thankful for the amount of people that have already reached out on my BookTube newbie tag video. Very excited like to be able to interact with so many from the BookTube community. I've just been introduced to so many new channels, and I just am so excited, and just the level of kindness within this community is just like off the top. Like I just am absolutely happy with being able to create this channel and being a part of it. Going back to, I know I just like went on this like little rant and everything. This has definitely helped me amp up my reading tremendously over the last like just month alone. I've read more pages than I've ever read probably in the previous years. So I'm really happy with that. And I think like honestly quarantine really jump started me to like pick up other hobbies and everything. So glad that I'm back into a reading binge, if you will. I just hope that it doesn't fizzle out. And I'm hoping that, you know, with the reading challenges and everything, and the readathons and stuff like that, you know, I hope I don't run out of like content that I'm super interested in. I'm sure that's gonna be impossible, because I have like over 1,400 books that I need to read through on my TBR at this point.
Say what?
So, and I'm continuously growing that number, just because of the fact that I'm being introduced to other channels on BookTube and everything. Anyways, I'm really enjoying Leigh Bardugo's writing. I'm definitely enjoying how she's setting up Alex Stern. So far, I'm really liking Alex. I like her like tenacity, and like her talks about how she's like withdrawn and just trying to get through Yale. And you know, before she would always be, you know, this troublemaker, and she, like there's this reference with handcuffs, and I'm kind of suspecting that there was trouble with her in the past, but now that she's at Yale, you know, she's a lot more reserved. So I mean, I feel like it's like a growth of the character. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but it feels like to me that they're just showing like the growth and maturity that, you know, that Leigh Bardugo is trying to like reflect on Alex. But I'm really looking forward to like the next coming chapters, and really looking forward to you know, just getting through this book, because I don't want to rush it. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. And I mean, I know I'm only like talking about like the first chapter so far, but I personally am excited to read more about Alex. So, but yeah, that's all I have for right now, but I'll keep updating you guys as I get through this book. All right, take care. Trying not to be all weird and stuff while we're recording. I'm at Costco right now. Look at what they got. I'm so excited. My daughter absolutely loves the BFG, and I absolutely love Matilda. And I don't have an actual copy of all of Ronald Dahl's collections, and they have it for $29. They also have the Peter Pan and Call of the Wild and Treasure Island for $29. I need to refrain. I need to refrain. Oh my god, guys, they got Jane Austen. They have the complete collection for $14.99. It's got Sense and Sensibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, it's got all 6 of them. $14.
Much later.
Hello, everyone. So I'm back with another update. So Ninth House, I finally made it to chapter 3, I believe. And I'm really, really loving that book. Definitely fall vibes all around with that book. It's getting more and more stranger, but I like how Lee Bardugo is really building Alex's character up and everything. So I'm looking forward to more of that. I am listening on audiobook A Man Called Ove. Correction. It is called A Man Called Ova, not Ove. Ova. I typically don't like to jump between books when I'm in the middle of one, just because I do kind of get like, oh, look at the kitty, distractions and things like that. Working and everything right now, I really needed some background noise, so I'm really loving this book. It's super cute. I love the little grumpy old man like vibes going on with this one. It kind of reminds me of that movie. I don't know if anybody has heard of this movie.
Of course.
I'm sure it has, like, 'cause it's pretty popular. It's a Pixar movie called Up. It really gives me that kind of a vibe, but I don't know. I really like it. One would X off my translation prompt for my reading challenge, so this one seems like it's really quick. It's probably about like 9 hours of audiobook, which I've listened fully to Midnight Sun, and that was a really, really long audiobook. Like that one was like 26 hours, I think. That was the longest one I've ever listened to. And I hated that book. I'm not even gonna get into how much I hated that book, but listening to that one, and then I'm reading along with the audiobook for Ninth House right now. I really, really want to pick up The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, but I really do want to get through Ninth House and this one first before I pick that one up. I gotta say, I'm like so happy with like creating this channel, because it has really like exploded my reading. Like, I cannot believe how quickly I'm getting through books now, because I'm just so motivated to like fit more like reading time in and everything. I just love it. So, and that's exactly what I wanted to do, was incorporate more reading time and everything. And it's just amazing. Like, even with working right now, I'm like running through code right now, so that's why I can talk on video right now. But the thing is, like, for a while, like, I was not really accustomed to listening to audiobooks, just because I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to absorb it. But honestly, now, like, I feel like I've been really missing out, because I've been able to really retain and like absorb like the storylines a lot better with someone reading it to me. Yeah, I will update you guys probably one more time, and then I'm probably gonna start editing this video just because I don't really have anything planned for Thursday and Saturday this week, so I kind of want to get at least something out there for you guys. Oh, I wanted to also let you guys know, I did figure out what I'm going to do for the video game portion of my channel. What I found out, I actually found out I can screen capture gameplay and things like that, even if I'm like offline and everything.
as if it had the answer. What is it now? He repeats as he throws the door open so hard that a 3-year-old girl is...
Much, much later.
Well, Frankie, you've really become quite the foodie man.
Thank you. I finally had the other left foot replaced.
Show us what else you got.
Anything for you, my love. Here we go again. I think I wanna be more than friends. So take it easy on me. I'm afraid you'll never satisfy. Here we go again. We're sick like monsters. We play pretend. You're just a chemical, and I'm afraid I won't get out the light. No, I won't sleep tonight. Take a bite of my heart tonight.
Hey guys, so I just finished Ready Player One, and oh my god, that book was amazing. I'm trying not to wake up my little one because she literally just went to sleep. She's kind of passed out in my bed right now, but I just wanted to let you guys know that book is amazing. If you haven't picked it up yet, I definitely recommend picking it up because Ready Player 2 is coming out. At least in the US, it's coming out November 20th or 24th of this year. So I'm hoping to pick up a pre-order copy, and hopefully I can get a hold of it and start like binge reading on that. I definitely binge read Ready Player One, and oh my gosh, was it so good. It was so much better than the movie, and just overall, I just absolutely love that book. I can't wait to see what happens more with Artemis and Parzival's character. I guess that's their avatar names, but you know, if you haven't picked that up yet, if you're really into sci-fi, pop culture, 80s type like references, and just overall like dystopian you know, video game vibe like type stuff, like it was just, that book is just made for you. And that's why I said like in an earlier update that like this book was absolutely made for me, because everything that I was reading I was like, oh, this is amazing. It was so good. There was like so many like games that were referenced that I am so jealous, like, because I've always wanted to play some of the games that were referenced in that particular book, and now it makes me really want to try to get a hold of a Atari game system, because I really want to play some of those games now. I'm really like big when it comes to video games. As you can see, I have my startup shirt on, and I'm sure I'll like talk about my startup a little bit more on my channel or anything, but yeah, I'm like really big into video games. Like my master's was concentrated on video game design and development, so I do have a bit of knowledge when it comes to being a game developer and designer. I went to GDC, which is the Game Developers Conference that's usually held in San Francisco, California. Had an amazing time there, but the fact that they like make references to like famous like game designers and developers, and they make reference to like 80s like, you know, movies and stuff, and you know, 80s cartoons, even some 70s cartoons too. It was just pure perfection. Like I gave it a 5 stars because I was hooked the entire time. It was so well written. There was nothing that dragged. It was absolutely perfect. And some of like the twists in Ready Player One really had me hanging there. Like I was like absolutely like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? Like, and that's pretty much why I ended up binging it, because I was like, I can't wait to find out like what happens next. So yeah, I gave it 5 stars. I am going to be picking back up Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. I have a feeling I'm going to probably binge that one up until Friday or Saturday, and then I'm gonna get back to the Ballad of Snakes and the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. I think that's the plan, at least. Yeah, because I mean, we're pretty much already close to November. I don't know, because like I was thinking like that book was gonna be like part of my TBR for November, but I'm starting to think maybe I should put that one off to November's read, because then that way, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm like really flying through these books now, and it's like kind of scaring me a little bit because I'm like really chipping away my bookshelf now when it comes to like books I haven't read versus what I have read, and I really can't keep affording to buy a bunch of books. I did have a really good luck with going to Goodwill. I ended up getting like almost 7 books, like for 50 cents each. I think the hardcover book was $1, but I like got a steal from it. And then I started looking at the little free libraries. There's claimed to be like 3 of them in this area, and none of them are up anymore, which is really frustrating, because I have a lot of books that I would like to get rid of and unhaul, and I don't really want to just shove them to Goodwill at this point. I'd rather put them towards like, you know, the little free libraries that someone can like literally just access right then and there besides paying something. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I did put a listing up on Facebook Marketplace for free, but I really can't afford to be shipping stuff out right now, and I really want people to just locally pick them up, but there's not really too many bites, so it's a little frustrating, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get some rest because I've been up since like 5 o'clock in the morning. I think it's around like 8:30, almost 9 o'clock here. So yeah, I'm just gonna snuggle up and go to sleep, and hopefully update you guys further tomorrow on my progress with Ninth House. But yeah, it is Wednesday the 21st. I believe it's the 21st. I don't know. These days are meshing for me. So, alright, I'm going to bed now. Later, guys. Hey guys, it is me again for a final time for this particular vlog. So today is Friday the 23rd. Yes, the 23rd. So I did finish off A Man Called Ova. I finished, I guess, this week I also finished Ready Player One. I have made significant progress with Ninth House, and I actually just started City of Ashes. And I'm on chapter 9 of that one as well. So, just flying through these books, just flying through them. I decided that I'm not going to really pick up Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes until November, just because of the fact that I kind of want to get through the rest of Ninth House, which, if I remember correctly, let me load up my window here. I'm like 16% of the way through the audiobook for Ninth House. I don't know what it is in the ebook pages at this point. I know this is a pretty thick book, so I've been actually balancing between like reading along with it and then just listening to the audiobook when I'm working and everything. I did manage to get the audiobook for the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, so I can kind of do the same thing in November where I can read along with the book, or I can just listen to it when I can't physically sit down to read the book. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then I also got a hold of Recursion by Blake Crouch, which wasn't even on my TBR for October. It really wasn't even near my Modern Mrs. Darcy's reading challenge either. The reason why it wasn't on there was because I had like the prompt for the local author. I cannot get a hold of that book. Even though it's been listed all over the place, I can't physically get a hold of a copy. It's not on the Libby app. It's, it is available on Kindle, but I'm not paying like $12 for a Kindle book. Like, it's just not happening. So instead of the local author, I decided that I'm just going to do the Recursion book. Because, I don't care if I don't get all the prompts for the reading challenge. The goal is to make sure that I'm reading exactly however many books, like, per the prompts. So, I guess if they're not local, at least I'm reading something in my eyes. So, but obviously I won't get a point for that particular one for the reading challenge. So, to kind of quickly update before I wrap this entire vlog up, I think I only have, give me 1 second, the prompts that I had for the Modern Mrs. Darcy's reading challenge. So there was a book published the decade you were born. I read The Mist by Stephen King that was published in the 1980s. The number 2 was a debut novel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I started it, but I haven't finished it yet. We'll probably finish that one in November. I'm not saying probably. I will finish that book in November because I'm determined to get through that one. Prompt 3, a book recommended by a source you trust. That was the one that I personally trust. Emma Books' booktube channel. She recommended the Mortal Instruments series, so I decided that I was going to go with the City of Ashes for that one. Started that one, still getting through it, about 9 chapters in. It really seems like this is going to be a very quick read, so I probably will have this done before the 31st. The 4th prompt was a book by a local author, which originally my plan was to read Afterlife by Nancy Lowen, who's from Cleveland. Can't get a hold of that book, so I'm just going to do Recursion by Blake Crouch. That's a sci-fi book, so I'm really excited about that one. It was actually featured in Book of the Month, and I couldn't get a copy of it, unfortunately. So the Libby app is just going to have to do. I got a hold of the audiobook. I'm just going to go that route with that one. A book outside of your comfort zone. I did finish that one. The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware. That was a pretty solid, good book. That one's finished and done. In translation, I just mentioned that I finished A Man Called Ova by Frederick Backman, so that one completes that. Prompt 7 is a book nominated for a reward. I chose the Locus Award for 2020. The Charlie Jane Anders, The City in the Middle of the Night. I can't talk today. I am planning on getting that one on ebook through the Libby app because, again, can't get a hold of a physical copy of the book. So that one I'm probably going to be reading in November or December, because I think for December I mostly had planned like holiday reads, but the holiday reads that I'm planning on reading, they're really short and quick, so I think I'm gonna have to mix in a few other books in between that. Prompt 8 is a reread. I'm planning for November the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I anticipate that book to be a pretty quick read as well. The 9th prompt is a classic you didn't read in school. I had chose Lord of the Flies by William Golding. Absolutely hated that book, but it's finished and done. And then 3 books by the same author. I chose Leigh Bardugo's Ninth House, Shadow and Bone, and Siege and Storm. So, haven't even picked up Shadow and Bone, and I haven't even picked up Siege and Storm, but I can't pick up Siege and Storm until I read Shadow and Bone, because Siege and Storm is the second in the Shadow and Bone series. So there's a dilemma there. I'm kind of trying to get a hold of those 2 books as well. I've been seeing a lot of listings on Facebook Marketplace and trying to hunt down a copy via Goodwill as well to see if I can't get it for even cheaper than what I can find on Facebook Marketplace. Unfortunately, there's like a 6-week wait on the Libby app, so I don't think that's going to happen where I can get a hold of it. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe miracles will happen. I know there's like 65 copies of each of these books, and they all seem to be checked out right now. Probably because Netflix is creating a series on the Shadow and Bone series, from what I've been told. At least from what I've heard down the grapevine. But I mean, I have tons of plans. I'm reading, and that's my goal, and that's what I wanted to do. I'm reading to my daughter every single night, so she's getting her reading in too, because at the end of the day, like, being able to fit in reading is all I ever wanted, like, from this. So I'm not rushing to try and get all this stuff. Well, kind of rushing, because I do want to get the points for this Modern Mrs. Darcy's reading challenge, but let's be realistic. I'm a little competitive when it comes to these reading challenges, so I'm trying really hard not to like just rush through and say, yes, I got this book done. I want to be able to retain the story and really enjoy it. So yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 more books to finish before December 31st, which I think is more than doable. Especially since I'm mixing it up with audiobooks and everything. So I strongly feel like this is doable. But yeah, I'm just going to wrap up this vlog here. And I do hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun putting this one together. But yeah, I'm just going to wrap it up here. I really do hope you guys enjoyed. I can't believe I finished almost 3 books during the duration. Actually, I'm sorry, 2 books, really. I mean, for the month of October, though, I've finished quite a bit more than just 2 books. But the fact that I was able to finish 2 books within this vlog, I'm just shocked and hallelujah. so yeah, I mean, I'm getting better with it, but alright guys, well, until next video, I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye.